TeachAnOldDogNewTricks.com. More than 40 hours of free computer training, videos, and tutorials. Are you an old dog? Simply visit TeachAnOldDogNewTricks.com and learn some new tricks for free. Thank you. Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Tony Holowitz, and I want to thank you for being here for this tutorial on 8 ways to select text. I always find when I teach my Microsoft Word class, and again, as you know, I use Microsoft Word as one of the tools to teach a lot of little things. And one of the things I like to show people is that there's more than one way to select text. This tutorial is entitled 8 Ways to Select Text. And the first way I want to show you is with your mouse. Now many of you know this, where if you take your mouse or your pointer and click to the left or the right of text and then just drag across, you can then select text. So that's one way with your mouse. Let me just delete that to get that out of the way. The other way is you can use your right and left arrows in conjunction with the Shift key. So because I'm on the left hand side of this sentence, I'm going to hold the Shift key down, and on my keyboard I'm going to use the right arrow. And I can go one at a time or just hold it down and it will go flying across. So that's the second way, the right or left arrows. Let me delete this out of here and we'll go to the next way. Again, I'm going to hold the Shift key down, but on my keyboard we have two keys that I want you to observe. We have an N key, E-N-D, and Home, H-O-M-E. So because I'm at the beginning, or think of it like home, if I want to get to the end of the sentence, if I hold the Shift key down and hit End, I'll go all the way to the end. I'm going to hit the right arrow key, go up, hit the N key to get to the end of the sentence, and I'm going to do it just the opposite. I'm going to hold the Shift key down and hit Home to go home. And that's how I select the text that way. So that's another way. This way I like to refer to it as the 1 o'clock arrow. Let me show you what I mean by that. If I bring my pointer or cursor over to the left of this sentence, the 1 o'clock arrow, the pointer, and let me do that again, I'll just drag it to the left of the sentence, the pointer turns into an arrow that is pointing towards 1 o'clock. If I get to that point and I click once, it selects the entire sentence. To take that a step further, if I click once and drag down, I can select all my text. So that's another way to do it. So again, the 1 o'clock arrow is another way you can do this. Double click on a word. This is a great thing. And again, all these ways that I'm showing you aren't just isolated in Microsoft Word. If you're browsing the web, if you're trying to select information on a website, do it this way because it's easy to do. So I find if you have these options, it can be a good way to work with text anywhere you are on your computer. It's not just isolated to Microsoft Word. Let's say I want to double click on a word to select it. Well, let's say the word is click. I'm going to double click on this and I've selected this. Now what's nice about that is what you can also do is, let's say you want to take this and you want to drag the word click and move it right here. Well, by clicking on it, dragging and dropping, you have now moved that word. So I'm going to undo that. I'm going to come back. Let's double click on click again. Selected the text, and now if I want to drag it someplace else, I can. So that's a nice thing to know. I'm going to undo that to get us back where we were. I'm going to select this, delete it, just to go on to the next one. This way is triple clicking on a paragraph. I want you to observe down here I have the Gettysburg Address, which is a famous address by Abraham Lincoln, and the second paragraph is highlighted in blue, and I did that on purpose. I'm going to triple click on this paragraph. And again, instead of 1 click, 2 clicks, 3 clicks is what it's going to take. So I'm triple clicking. And I've selected the entire paragraph. What's nice about this is if I decide, you know what, this paragraph really should be first, I can just drag it up, place it in front of the first paragraph, put a little spacing in, and no problem. So triple clicking on a paragraph is a good way to move things around if you've written something and you want to move it around slightly. Let me click on undo to get rid of that. There we go. So triple clicking on a paragraph is a great thing to know about when you're working with a lot of data. This is a keyboard shortcut. It's Control plus the letter A. So if you hold your Control key down and hit the letter A, it selects all the text in your document, whether it's one word or 1,000 pages. It's going to select all the text. So that's a good thing to know. Control A. I'm going to delete that out and go to the last one that I'm going to show you today. Let's say we want to select a sentence. Well, if I hold the Control key down and then click on that sentence, it's going to select the entire sentence. Now, This is a little bit off only because of the fact that the way I pasted some of this text in here, it's looking at the entire paragraph as a sentence. But actually I take that back, is on observing this, that is one full sentence. So again, if I hold the control key down and click there, it takes the entire sentence. I'm going to come back up here, do this one, and you'll see it grabs that. Now what's happening here is because of the way I've spaced out some things, it's grabbing in some information. Let me drag this down here just to show you how this can work. Let me take it way down the page just to illustrate that. And I'm going to hold the control key down, click on it once, and there we go. So sometimes when I take text and paste it in, that can throw off the way the document is seen. It sees some of these spaces as being the entire sentence. So that can be a little tricky, but that's just a way to observe that sometimes things don't always work exactly like you had planned it, but hopefully that illustrates ways that you can select text. My name is Tony Holowitz. Thank you so very much for being here. Go visit our website, teachandolddognewtricks.com, for free computer training, or if you want to get in touch with me directly, you can go to tonytheteacher.com. Thank you very much. Have a great day.